welcome back to episode 2 of Country Cooking with Mickey Guns. Tonight we got a big dinner planned out. We're going to be doing Pollo Romano. This came in as a recommendation. Somebody said, hey, Guns, listen man, I really want to try Pollo Romano, but I don't know how to make it. I was like, cool bro, I got your back. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off first by taking our extra virgin olive oil. We're going to add it into our pan. I want to get it nice and warm. Next up, we're going to get some pancetta. So I've got some right here. You want to cut it up kind of small. You don't want to stick it in there large because our goal right here is while it's cooking, it's going to remove a lot of the fat. We are going to use some of it, but we want to make sure that we get a good amount out, right? We don't want all that unhealthy stuff. Cutco, thank you for the knives. These things are awesome. You guys are going to see me using these all night. Cool part is you can use your chef knife to slice up your peppers or tomatoes, but more importantly, when it comes to the smaller items like our peppers here, we want to make sure that we cut out all the riffraff. We don't want any seeds in it, and the paring knife makes it that much easier. Check this out, guys. Woo! Like butter. Lord knows I like butter. Look at this. Bang. Right out. Put that in the garbage can. Good. Let's check on our oil. Oil's looking pretty warm, so we're going to take our pancetta. We're going to sprinkle it in there. We're going to reduce the heat here to just below medium high. Ooh, snap, crackle, pop. That's what I like. Turn it down a little more to medium. Alright. So, once we're done with our paring knife, just going to scoop this out real quick. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Oh my god, this makes life a hell of a lot easier. Boom. We're going to start by cutting up our peppers. We're going to add these in last. I'm just trying to be proactive, get ahead of things. Hands are slippery from that pancetta. Let's get that going. Some of you guys like your peppers thick. Some of you guys like them thin. For this, I'm probably gonna do thinner strips. So we got our peppers. You know what? Let's use our trimming knife. This one will work a little easier because that one's a little slick. I'm using it on the pancetta. So boom, we've got our peppers all done. Beautiful. Just a slide of a knife. I love it. Don't cut your fingers off. Oh. Forgot my apron. I'm over here gonna mess up my shirt. Can't mess up my shirt. My girl will kill me if I get it all stained up. I'm not allowed to do the laundry because I always mess it up. So let's make sure we don't do that. This trimming knife is pretty nice. Alright, just slide right through. Oh, yeah, that's money. Perfect. So, never want to burn it. So add that in there. Yeah, it's already starting to smell pretty good. So guys, this is really important. When you guys are cooking this up, because we cut it pretty tiny, cooks rather fast. So you're going to want to have a mug, just an empty mug, because what we're going to do is we're going to drain out some of that oil, drain out some of that fat. It's not quite there yet. for those of you that don't know what pancetta is, it's basically like bacon. My girlfriend was telling me about it. She was like, "Oh yeah, you gotta use pancetta," and she's like, "It's just like bacon. You can find it in the cheese aisle. You know, a little." I go to Big Y, so in the cheese section, when they have all the fine cheeses, you'll find pancetta there, prosciutto. You'll find everything. So just get it. Usually it comes already cut up. The one I got was kind of diced. I just wanted to dice it up a little bit smaller. All right, so got about another minute left on this. We did our garlic. Let's chop up some of our tomatoes. Yeah. All right. So these are the San Marino tomatoes. What you guys are going to want to do, I'm cooking about 1.5 pounds of meat. I'm going to reduce the heat here and take it off. Like I said, I'm cooking about 1.5 pounds of meat. Normally you'd want to use about 16 ounces of the San Marino tomatoes. So here's what we're going to do. We drained out a lot of that fat. We want to put some of it back in there. That's imperative, because that's what's going to give it a little extra flavor. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use about a tablespoon and a half. Those weren't full, by the way. Alright, so let's see, we wanted to do that. I guess now we'll add in the chicken. Alright. So we lay down our chicken breast. Wash our hands real quick so we don't contaminate the kitchen. That's looking good. At this point, once I'm done washing my hands, we're going to add in the garlic. Rule of thumb for this recipe is you want to dice up the garlic. Me personally, I like using a press. It's a lot easier. I've already pre-pressed my garlic, so I'm just going to toss it right in. Yeehaw. Spread that around a little bit. Cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to wait till this starts to brown on both sides. You don't want to burn your garlic. I usually reduce the heat down to medium at this point. And here's why. With Pollo Romano, you want to slow cook your chicken. So once we get all the ingredients in there, we're basically just going to drop it down to simmer. We're going to let it sit there uncovered for about 45 minutes. We're not adding in our veggies yet. I'll let you know. Cool. If you want to, you can toss in a little seasoning. Me personally, I'm partial to the adobo. We'll do salt and pepper. It's already starting to smell good. Ooh. Also for this recipe, you're going to need to have you guys a nice bottle of white wine. Where's my wine over? Here we go. So you want it to be a dry white wine. So that'd be anything from a Chardonnay that hasn't been corked yet. Sorry, I almost gave you guys wrong info. Cannot have been corked yet. So make sure you pop it fresh, right? You could use a Pinot Grigio, or you could use a Sauvé Blanc. Those three will be good. All right. Of course, got to make sure the wine tastes good first. Boom, 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 boom. I don't have the tunes as loud today because YouTube was saying, oh, copyright. Dude, I'm listening to music, bro. Relax. Not that serious. Cool. Looking good. This is exactly how you want it to look. Make sure you guys stir up your garlic. Again, you don't want to let it sit in one spot of the pan getting burnt. Let's move it around. We also want to make sure that we're spreading it around our chicken too, so it locks in that flavor. Stir that out. So when we put in our wine, you don't need a lot. You're gonna probably put in, usually I don't measure, but let's do, might even be a little too much. Cool. We're going to put that in there. We're going to let it cook for about another 5 minutes. After that, we're going to toss in our tomatoes, which I got to finish cutting, our peppers, I'm a huge fan of these San Marino tomatoes. These things are one of my weaknesses. We're also going to take a little bit of the juice. You can get them canned. Big Y's got them. Stop and Shop. Just look for San Marino tomatoes. This is the kind that I got right here. Boop. Pretty good. Let's crank up the music just a little bit more. Starting to get into things. All right. Got about another 3.5 minutes. Start that up. You don't want to be guilty of pre-flipping, right? So we let it cook for about 4 or 5 minutes on side one, and we're gonna let it go for about another 3 more minutes on side two, and then we're gonna add in all of our ingredients. We'll lower down the heat, and that's when we're gonna let it simmer for about 45 minutes. That's good. This is basically what you want it to look like. See how it's a little bit brown? Again, we had it on the first side there, the brown side, about 5 minutes. We got about another minute, 40 seconds left on this side. And then from there, we're going to add in all of our veggies. Alright guys, the time has come. We need to add in our veggies now. So we're going to drop in our red and green bell peppers. Beautiful. Oh, look at this. All of our tomatoes. I'd say we're throwing in about 4, not quite 4 ounces of tomatoes. I'm actually going to add in just a little bit more because these things go so good. Alright. Couple more peppers. Bang, bang. Alright, here's my towel light. We'll use this guy for now. Alright. Give it a little stir. I'm going to flip our chicken over. Reduce the heat to melt or simmer. A little bit more of this won't hurt. Yeah. Woo! Yeah! A little salt, help bring out some of the flavor. I mean, obviously we're going to throw some black pepper in here. Don't be shy with it. Boom, boom, boom. Friendly little stir. Ooh. add in some of the, remember I talked earlier, I'm putting in some of this juice from the can, from the San Marino tomatoes. We're going to add that in there. Not all of it. Not all of it. I'd say you're going to put in, if you're doing 2 pieces of chicken for, you know, you and your girl, I'd say put in about 2 ounces of it. You don't want to do too much because we already have the tomatoes that are in there, so those are going to kind of leak out. Yeah, look at that. From here, guys, it's just a waiting game. I'm going to bring you guys over here to my office. Check it out. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So I'll see you guys in about 45 minutes. We're going to let this do its thing on the stove, and we'll get right back. Great news, guys. The timer just went off. Chicken should be ready. Some new developments happened. I decided I can't just have this, you know, this Pollo Romano. I want to have, you know, something with it. So, in the interim, I just boiled up some water, made some pasta. Actually, just got done draining the water. So what I'm going to do now is toss in just a wee bit of butter, because butter makes things taste better. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I already put 2 little clumps of butter in there already. That's the 3rd one. Mama said 3rd time's a charm, so we're gonna see if she's right. Stir that butter up. Got a little wee bit of heat here going in there. All right, butter's in there. Stick it in there towards the bottom. We're gonna check this chicken in just un momento. I want to add a little pepper in my pasta, a little bit of salt, and last but not least, we gotta find ourselves here some Parmesan cheese just to dust it in there. Let's see. Stir that butter in there, the pasta, Parmesan cheese, pepper. Make sure it's all melted up. I need a bowl. It's almost time to plate this food. Flag here. Fix that top corner a little bit. That's melting. Wait till you guys see this chicken. Oh boy. You always want to test your product before you start serving it out to the public, so looks pretty good. Alright, let's flip it over. I like the dark side up. Oh, look at this. Unbelievable. Stick that there for you guys. Stir this up. Our butter's melted. Our pasta's done. Put it inside this bowl real quick. Man. Ooh, boy. Oh. Wow. Mm-hmm. Let's take our, what is this? Now, feel free to use a red sauce with this. But me personally, I think the butter and the pepper and the Parmesan cheese is going to go just fine. Let's give it one more little sprinkle on our pasta. Look at that. Look at that. You guys are coming with me real quick. We're gonna put this down. Where are we gonna put this down? I need some real good lighting. Let's put it right here. Screw it. And that's what our final product looks like, folks. Look how delicious that is, huh? Dinner for two. I gotta take a picture of this. Well, there you guys have it. Pollo Romano. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time.